Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to make any shapes in PowerPoint. So this tutorial is actually a consequence of my problem of needing a logo. So usually when I do a video lecture of my lesson, I usually put up my logo, I usually should put up our department's logo here to indicate that this is a physics lecture. But for personal videos like this, I cannot use this logo. Instead, I need my own uh, personal logo to be posted here. So that is why I decided to make my own logo, and I'm gonna do it in PowerPoint, the most commonly available uh, drawing software. So of course you can also do this in more sophisticated softwares like Adobe, but it's easier for me, at least for me, to do it in PowerPoint. So I have decided that my logo something like look like this. So I have already uh, drawn a sketch or an outline of my logo. So it's like something circular, and it's just my initials, JP and F. So I'm gonna convert this sketch into a digital outline in PowerPoint. So I'm gonna draw these shapes in PowerPoint. So first, I'm gonna take a picture of this in my camera, and then I'm gonna insert that in my PowerPoint file. So this is my PowerPoint file. So I'm just gonna insert my sketch of the logo. So I'm gonna crop this one since I only need the logo. So I'm gonna format the picture. Since this is just a guide, I'm gonna delete this later when I now have the digital outline of this sketch. So I'm gonna format this picture and say increase the brightness and blur it, so by decreasing the sharpness, because this is just a guide. So next, since the boundaries of these logos is circular, so I'm gonna insert a circle, and this will serve as the boundary of my logo. So I'm gonna remove the fill. I'm gonna change the outline to black, change the weight to 1/4, and change the outline to a dashed line since this is just a guide. Okay, is this a perfect circle? So to make it a perfect circle, we force it. So we change its dimension to 17 by 17, and we need to lock the aspect ratio so that it will remain a perfect circle, no matter even if you resize it. So I have now my boundary. So I'm now gonna start drawing the shapes: the J shape, the P shape, and the M shape. Okay, so the first thing you will do is add a basic shape. So your basic shape, the only thing that you need if you have a cornered shape is to have a base shape that has the same corners as your as the shape that you are trying to draw. So in this case, if I'm gonna draw the J shape has 4 corners: this corner here, this corner here, this corner here, and this corner here. So I need a 4-cornered shape, so I can just use a rectangle. So I'm gonna remove the fill, change the outline to black, and change the weight to say 6 point, and I'm gonna make 3 of them because I have 3 shapes, the P and the M. So I will reserve the other 2 later for the P and M shape. So this is for the J shape. Okay, so in PowerPoint there's actually a shape editor. If you right click the shape, there's an option here called edit points. So if you click that one, you go into the edit shape mode, so you can actually move the points. So here I'm gonna align the points in for this corner here. In this corner I'm gonna align this point in this corner here. This corner goes here, and this this point rather goes, say, here. Okay, as of now it doesn't look like anything much as our J. Now I can actually change the curvature of the shape, and I can do that by, say, doing this one. Okay, I think I may have to add a point. So you can actually add a point here. So for instance, in order to make this curvature here for the J, I'm gonna add a point in the middle of this line. Say add a point. Just right click the line and add point, and I'm gonna drag the point, say, somewhere here, and I'm gonna adjust the curvature by dragging the white squares associated with the points. Okay, it's starting to look our J now. But of course it's not necessary that you add a point. Actually, I think you can do this without adding a point, but me, I just added a point. But actually, I think it's not necessary that you add a point. Okay, for this curvature here, I'm gonna also add a point, so I think it's easier, but maybe you can do it without adding a point. So I'm gonna drag the point there, and for this corner here, I'm gonna oh wait, I should drag the other. Okay, this one. I'm gonna click this point here and drag the white square. Oh, and it's now starting to look like our J. So I'm gonna drag this square here to match our curve. Gonna click this point here, change the curve. Okay, so here I'm gonna still fine-tune the curve here. Okay, that's more, I like it. So that's the that's for the J. So for the P, there's an inner shape here, and your outside P, or the circumference, sorry, perimeter. So you will need 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need four corners. So let's still use this one. So right click, edit points. I'm gonna position the first point here, and the other point here, the other point here, and lastly this point I'm gonna position it somewhere, say here. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust the curvature of this side first. So I'm gonna drag this. I click the point again, and then two white squares will appear. So you drag any of those two to adjust the curvature. You click the point here, you drag the white square to adjust the curvature, and okay, that looks good. Then I'm gonna click the point here, adjust the curvature, click the point here, adjust the curvature. So those are my corner points. So for this curvature here, you can add a point like what we did in the J, but I'm gonna take my chances. I'm just gonna drag the white square. Oh, so I can do it. So I'm just gonna click this point, drag the white square, and match the curvature. Okay, that looks like something like our P now. Oops. Okay, that looks like a P. For the inner shape, since that looks like a triangle, so I'm just gonna use a triangle. Where's the triangle? Okay, so shape fill, no fill, black outline, weight is 6 point. So I'm just gonna edit the points. I'm gonna put the first point here, the second point there, and the last point say somewhere in the middle. Okay, I'm just gonna drag the white squares here to adjust the curvature. I'm gonna also click this point here to adjust the curvature. Okay, that looks like a P. Oh, sorry. For the M, if you'll notice how many corners does our M have, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can't use the 4 cornered shape. Instead, we find a 10 cornered shape. So this one. So a shape with 10 corners. Remove the fill, change the outline to a weight of 6 point, and then right click, edit points, and you position the points. I'm gonna position the first point here, the second point here, third point say here, the fourth point say here, the fifth point say here, the sixth point is say here, the seventh point is say somewhere around here, the eighth point is say here, the ninth point is say here, and lastly the 10th point is say around here. Okay, so let's now try to adjust the curvatures of our shape. So we click this point and two white squares will appear. If I adjust this this square here, I'm actually adjusting the curvature on this side, so I will also click this side. I'm gonna adjust the curvature. Okay, I think that's okay. Then I'm gonna click this point here, adjust the curvature, click this point here to match the curvature. I think this is okay. Click the point here to adjust it to the curvature, click this point here to adjust to the curvature, and this point here, yeah, I guess like that. I'm gonna click this point here and adjust the curvature to match the circular boundary, and I'm gonna also do that for this point here. Whoops. Okay, that's it. We made a variable shape in PowerPoint. So if you have the same problem as my case, you need a logo. So I'm now gonna delete the guides, the circular guides, and the picture guides, and that is it. That's probably my logo. But no, this is not final. I'm still gonna fine-tune this to finalize it. Okay, so that ends this video tutorial on how to make any shapes in PowerPoint. So expect in my next video tutorial that you will see my own personal logo somewhere here. So that's it. Thank you for viewing and have a nice day.